Hey guys, welcome to At Home with Rhonda. Real quick, I have a quick video today. I was working on something and thought I would hop on and let you know what I'm doing. Today I am actually taking an orange peeling and I'm making zest out of it. So I know there's a couple of ways, and some of you out there are going to be like, why don't you just get a zester? Well, I have a zester and that's great. Half the time I actually end up, scratching my finger on it or something like that. And I feel like when you are using a zester, you just don't get as much as if you do it this way. So all I am doing is I have eaten an orange, and you're left with this. You have a little bit of the flesh, and then you have that white part that we don't want to do that. We don't want to work with that. That really doesn't have any nutritional value. What we want is the zest from this right here. So all I do, I just kind of wanted to show you this real quick. It's not hard, just as time consuming. And if you don't have this kind of time, using a zester will be just fine. But for me, it doesn't take that long, and I just flatten out this little slice and go down, and I try to get as far down to the peeling as I can. And then after I get rid of that top layer, then I just do a couple of just kind of cut through it like this, very, very thin, and be very careful. And to do this, you seriously need a sharp knife. They always say that a dull knife is a whole lot more dangerous, and I would agree to that. So make sure, if you want to do this, that you sharpen your knife and do that first. And it doesn't have to be perfect, not at all. I just basically want to try to get as far down. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I want to try to get as far down to that peeling, and I think that's good enough. There's a little bit of white on that. I mean, it would take me a whole lot more time, to get every single bit of it, but I'm not going to do that. So then after I take my peeling, and I'm going to be working on the whole orange here, I take the peeling, okay, which is very thin, and I'm just going to cut this in half into thin strips. And then, let me show you, and then I just lay them on a pan, and I put them on the counter, and I let them sit out for about 2.5 days. 2 days, it just all depends. I cut them in thin strips because they will actually dry out a lot quicker that way. And once they get curled up, as the moisture leaves the peelings, those little individual slices will start to curl up, and they'll get really hard. And when they get really, really hard and brittle, then I put them in my coffee grinder. And I grind them up until it's nice and fluffy and like a spice. And this is what I have. Look at that. And it's completely dry. So it's shelf stable. I can put it up in my cupboard and not have to worry about it going bad. And if I want to throw some in a smoothie, if I want to throw some in a stir fry, like a pork stir fry or chicken, if you're making like orange chicken, there's a lot of recipes out there. You could actually use this in several things. If you go online, you can look up, recipes that use orange zest or lemon zest. And it's very good. Like I said, probably the best way to use it, if you're looking at it for more than just flavor, but to give you a boost of vitamin C, probably the best thing to do is to use it in a smoothie. Just throw a little bit, maybe a half a teaspoon in your smoothie, and it's going to give it that little burst of citrus, and it'll give you a little burst of vitamin C too, which is what we need here in the wintertime. Hope you're having a good Friday today. I hope you stay safe and warm, and that whatever this storm is going to bring this weekend, just be safe and be warm, and may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he shine his face upon you and be gracious to you, and may he give you and your family peace. Have a good day. Have a great weekend.